Hey toy fans, Aaron here. How's the collecting world treating you this week, huh? Today you're going to check out the 6-inch Black Series DJ from The Last Jedi. So let's head to that table and check this one out. First up, looking at that packaging, it's your standard red and black look. Get your Star Wars Black Series logo on the top, a decent look at the figure with the included accessories through the window. And then, as always, that bottom right side, you get the artwork of the character, in this case, DJ, which is looking pretty good there, and then his name off to the side of that. On the side of the packaging, you can see he's number 57 in the lineup. And flipping over to the back side, again, nothing's changed here. You get your Star Wars logo, 57 at the top, along with a brief description about DJ. And you can pause and read that if you like, but we're going to carry on and take a look at the figure out of the packaging. And overall, this is a very good looking figure. DJ, along with Rey and Captain Rex from this wave, all use the new face printing technology. And I gotta say, things are looking pretty good here as far as those paint applications go. I think one of the highlights for me on this figure, at least, is the way the beard looks. Usually, getting those 5 o'clock shadows don't always come out so well, but in this case, with the mustache and around the mouth area, it's definitely looking much better than what we've gotten on other figures, such as Poe and stuff, that scruffy look. Obviously, the beard is much thicker along the chin area. But the painting of the eyes, the eyebrows and stuff, that's all looking pretty good. And you even get that little scratch on the side of his cheek that's being seen there. I really like the way the painting on the hat has come out. Definitely has a very worn look to it, that distressed leather hat. On the one side, you do have the little silver emblem that has "Don't Join" on the side of it. Not the best painting of those lines in there. The black just kind of seems like it was splotched on. Otherwise, though, the rest of the head, the sculpting is looking pretty good and does bear a good resemblance to Benicio del Toro. I will say the one thing I really don't like about the way this figure looks is the big poof of hair that's sticking out from under the hat. It just seems a little bit overdone to me. And the other thing that's just a standout is this face does not match the neck painting at all. I really wish the neck painting would have coordinated much better with the color skin tone of the face. I think it really detracts from what is otherwise a very good looking figure. Moving on to the rest of him though, this trench coat that he's wearing has a fantastic look to it. Again, that leather distressed detailing really carries through the entire coat. But this nice little kind of, looks like a dark brown, copperish kind of wash around the entire coat. Has a very nice look to it. I like the painting of these gold lines around the collar area. That's looking really good. Through the arms of the jacket, lots of wrinkle detailing in through there as you would expect. Hands are sculpted pretty nice, and here too we have a third skin tone color difference. It doesn't match the face, it doesn't match the neck area. The hands at least are far enough away that that's not going to be so obvious. On his left hand, he does have his rings painted on there. It's done pretty nicely. And that black little hand wrap thing around his wrist is nicely painted. Through the midsection of the figure, this gray shirt is looking pretty nice. There does appear to be a slight color variation of the plastic from the upper chest to the midsection of the figure, but it's hardly noticeable. Otherwise, shirt wrinkle detailing in there is looking pretty good. Through the midsection of the figure, this belt area is, I'm pretty sure, separately molded. Definitely the lower part of the belt is just kind of dangling there. And then you got some green paint detailing for the loops, silver painting for the belt buckle, and then a couple other silver little dots painted in here and there. Just going to pop this guy off the turntable real quick to show off the rest of this belt. He does have a holster on the side. Very nice sculpting to that. You got a little tab here that can pop out. You can slide your weapon in. I'll show how that fits later. And then getting through the pants, of course. I mean, it's pants. It's molded fabric. It's usually pretty hard to mess that up. You do have some seams in the kneecap area of the pants that are sculpted in there. And the painting for the boots are looking pretty good. Nice separation of that black to the green plastic. As for the articulation of the figure, the head is on a ball joint, so of course you get your swiveling side to side. And then a little bit of tilting there as well. Not all that much. The neck itself is on a hinge, so you're going to be able to swivel that down at a very good range there. And then even back a bit. As for the arms, you're able to lift those up pretty much 90 degrees. This little overhang from his coat does get in a way just a little bit from getting it totally straight out, but to me that's not a big deal. I really like the look of this as it is anyways. And then of course you're able to get the arms to swivel around. Obviously though, with that coat, he's not going to get his arms straight up in the air. It's going to stick out a little bit. And then at the elbow area, of course, you get your bend there. Pretty much straight out 90 degrees, so no problem with that. And then, of course, you get your swiveling side to side, and that's the case for both arms. As for the wrists, both hands are going to swivel around, and then each one does have some side-to-side motion, but because of the length of these sleeves coming out, that too does get in the way of some of that movement. So not a whole lot there, and even less on this left hand here. And then for that waist articulation, it happens here at the midsection of the chest. So you're going to be able to twist and turn them side to side, no problem. not getting really anything for crunching. As far as the legs, obviously this long trench coat, it's going to get in the way. So that's about what you're going to get for the leg area. So it's still a decent range. It doesn't push back too much, but you know, he's not going to do the splits on you if that's what you're looking for. And then of course you can bring both legs only out, that's about 45 degrees maybe, so not totally straight out. And then surprisingly moving those legs back, you get a fair amount even with that long trench coat. It doesn't totally push back and it's soft enough to allow you a little bit of movement before it offers up resistance. Each leg does spin around at the top of the thigh. And then your knee area is double jointed as you would expect. Pretty good range there. And then at the ankle area, foot turns and then also goes forward and back. And he does come with two accessories. This one here being his larger blaster that he has. Nice sculpt to it. Definitely a different looking weapon than what we've seen in other figures. But I like the small little details of the lines and stuff that are sculpted in there. And then as you can see, we got some silver and black mixed in for some paint detailing. So it's nice to see, again, something other than just an all black weapon. And you can put that weapon in either hand as both fingers are really stuck out a little bit to fit in that trigger area. And then that second weapon is just a smaller blaster. You know, good sculpting here, nice mold to it. A little bit of silver paint thrown in just to give it a little bit of life. But otherwise, it is a decent looking weapon. And then for the holster on the side of the figure, only that small blaster is going to fit in there, but does slide in pretty nicely. It's a smidge tight, but you can get it in there. And then if you want, you can just put that strap, add it down in the peg hole there and keep it closed. Well, that's the theory anyways. Mine isn't quite staying closed. Your results may vary. So overall, this really is a great looking figure. I'm pretty anxious to get my hands on the new Rey figure with that face print technology, but DJ here is looking pretty good. Well, not just pretty good. He's looking really good. I think this is a great looking figure. I can let that poof ball of hair go from underneath the hat. But the biggest detractor to me, though, is just the way that neck doesn't match the face. And that's just right where my eyes go immediately on this figure. And so that wraps up this look at DJ. I'd love to know your thoughts on this figure in the comments section below. And as always, thanks for watching.